So I'm sending some books in to be graded, and I am not sending them to CGC. Instead, I'm going to be sending them to CBCS. If you want to see what I'm sending in and why, stay tuned for the video. So that video was recorded on April 25th, 2021, and today is April 21st, 2022, and my books from CBCS just showed up. Stay tuned. Reggie here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. As you heard in that brief intro, a box has actually shown up here at the house from CBCS, and this is how it showed up. As you can see, it is definitely damaged, but thankfully I've been able to develop a pretty good relationship with the FedEx driver who actually rang the doorbell and had a conversation with me about the box. I opened it up to make sure that nothing was damaged inside, and thankfully nothing was. So shout out to Chris and all of the other drivers out there that believe in customer service. I absolutely appreciate it. But as you also heard, that video clip was originally recorded in April of 2021. And I sent books in to CBCS to be graded. And I can tell you for a fact that my goal was not to trick CBCS. It was not to catch them up in something. It was not to, make a scandalous video of any sort. It was actually, instead of me explaining it, let me have me explain it to you at the time of the actual submission. Check this out. This is actually something that I've been thinking about for quite some time. I've had a lot of people ask me about CBCS. I've never used them. I've never used them, not once, but I am going to send some books in now to experience their service. And I want to do this so that when people ask me what my experience was like using CBCS, I can now give them an answer. So that's part of why I'm actually doing it. So now here we sit. 360 days after that video was actually recorded, 11 months, 26 days, 518,400 minutes, 8,640 hours, or 98.63% of a year later. Here they are. The books have finally showed up, and I want to show you what it was that I sent in to be graded. And this is an all Captain America haul. And at the time, I was watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier and was thoroughly enjoying it, and decided that I was going to send some books in related to Captain America. So first we have Captain America issue number 171. This is a Black Panther cover appearance, and just a cool cover featuring Black Panther, Falcon, and also Captain America. I just thought it was a cool book. I picked this up for just a couple of bucks. Came back at a 9.2 with white pages. So definitely nothing crazy there, but again, a very cool cover. Next, we have Captain America issue number 134. This is the first Captain America and Falcon logo. So this is the first time that the logo for them actually appeared together. This book came back in 8.5 with off-white pages. And again, nothing crazy happening with this book, but a pretty decent grade. And I have two more that I will show you here that have come back. This is Captain America issue number 354. This is the first appearance of John Walker, the U.S. agent. This came back at a 9.8 with white pages. This is a significant book. This book definitely has some crazy value associated with it. And at the time I submitted it because I believe that John Walker may have a little bit of a future in the MCU based upon how they treated his character in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So that was part of the reason why I did it. I actually sold off a couple of copies of this raw that were not 9.8s. And then I went ahead and sent this one because I believe that it could be a 9.8. And I still keep my fingers crossed that John Walker will make an appearance at some point. The last and final book that I sent in is another really awesome book. This is Truth, Red, White, and Black issue number 1. This one came back at a 9.8 as well. I actually think I picked this book up back in the early 2000s. I want to say that's when I picked this one up. I knew that this one was going to be a 9.8, and certainly it was. This is the first appearance of Isaiah Bradley. If you watch the Falcon show, you know why this book is really cool. If you have not read this story arc, I do encourage you to read it because it is actually pretty awesome. So what I will tell you is that overall, I am pleased with the grades that I received. I mean, two big books in my mind that came back at a 9.8 that I believe would be a 9.8. So I'm impressed with the grades. I can tell you that I had them press the books, and I see similar type of things with these books that I have received from CGC, where I've also had them press it. You see still a little bit of waviness in the paper. You still wonder if some of the defects that are present could have been pressed out, or maybe were pressed out but then reverted given the time between, submission, pressing, grading, and then receipt. So there could be something there. But generally speaking, comparable to CGC in terms of the quality. I did a review of the case before for CBCS. I am impressed with the case. It is a clean case. It is a thinner case than what you get with CGC, but overall a solid case. No real complaints there. I love how the individual slabs will kind of stack together and then hold together. Feels good in the hand. It's a very sturdy case, a very clear case, so definitely nothing to complain about there. The only issue, of course, would be what happened over this last year. Now, what I will tell you is that I am not going to take away from this experience that CBCS is bad. That is not my takeaway, not in any way, shape, or form. What I will say is that anytime you are dealing with a service, there can be delays with that service, especially if you consider everything that has transpired over the last, 2 years or so with the pandemic. So I'm not completely surprised or shocked that things have been delayed the way that they have been. Certainly, I don't think that this makes CBCS bad. What I will, however, say is, if people are saying that CGC is all bad and CBCS is all good, they might need to reconsider, because none of these companies are perfect. None of them are perfect, as evidence of what just happened here. This is not perfection. It really isn't, but it's a reflection of what's happening right now with these grading companies. So what's really funny is that as I made my various calls to CBCS over this last year, I spoke to several different representatives, and one of the guys that I actually spoke with actually made this comment to me that I'll play for you right now.
Had I been at your place, I would have really shouted and abused him, but you were very decent and very polite to me.
So if you were unable to hear what was said there, the guy was essentially thanking me for being so courteous to him over the course of the call. And my general feeling is that he and others are probably getting the short end of the stick when folks are calling up, frustrated, looking for their comics. And so I feel like a lot of people have potentially taken their frustration out on these customer service representatives. And what I explained to him was that it's not his fault. He is just the guy answering the phone. He is not the guy that is a decision maker within the larger organization. He is certainly not the guy cleaning or pressing or encapsulating my comic. So it wouldn't do any good for me to take my frustrations out on him. But over the course of the year, I had several different very enlightening conversations with different representatives that admitted certain things about the delays and the frustration that they were experiencing and the frustration that others have experienced. And I did not record all of my phone calls, but I at least wanted to play just that one little clip for you guys to be able to hear that. My hope here is that you all have enjoyed this video, and if you did, I certainly want to encourage you to hit the thumbs up button. If you've had some interesting experiences with grading companies, don't be shy about leaving that behind. But again, the goal is not to bash. That is not what I am attempting to do. So I do not want to make people think that that is what I want them to do down in the comment section. But with that said, if you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.
Rapper